What's up, buddies? Welcome back to What the Fuck Fridays. Yeah, what should I come up with? This video is going live November 14th, 2025. So what the fuck is going on with me? Bad hair, that's one. But to be fair, I could never find a hairstyle I liked. Probably the reason I started wearing hats a lot. I just don't really give a shit about hair that much. Lately, a good handful, of my followers, some of my online buddies, in one way or another, I've been noticing more people sharing their work towards me, right? Either through Discord, put a private message, or I get tagged here on YouTube, people sharing their work, right? And I kind of been noticing that more, which I'm happy. I don't know, I'm just glad, I guess, people feel comfortable enough to be like, hey Joe, look what I made. I'm like, cool, alright, keep it up, From video makers to some guy investing in coffee, business, to some guy someone's learning to become a video game developer, so they share their work, so yeah, it's interesting, right? There's gonna be days you don't feel like doing shit, but I mean, if you really want to achieve your goals, I mean, you gotta stick to a schedule, and just because you don't feel like it doesn't mean you don't have to do it. Now, if you're sick, that's one thing, or injured, but I mean, if you're capable of doing a little bit of work, then I don't know, you just push through it, and you actually will feel better. Now, I used to do a lot, and I did get to the point of burnout, and it's something I would never want to go through. And I also want to make sure, if you're watching this and you're one of those guys that you're trying to get a lot done, you have your day job, but you also have your personal projects you're trying to work on, along with family obligations or whatever. And something that has helped me a lot is being honest with myself. And what I mean by that is if there's something that just does not click whatsoever, whatever they may be, in the sense of I'll just say web design. I was trying to get into web design to understand it. It's a little side project, but I just did not click. I did not like it, so I just cut it off rather than continue to learn. Because if I'm not interested in it, I'm not gonna force myself. As is, I have so much stuff going on at the moment that for me to invest time with something I really don't like, it's just a waste of time. It's just more of a mental drain. Whereas this, yeah, maybe I didn't feel like making the video right off the bat, but because this to me is important, I'm making this video, and then as I'm making this, I can actually feel myself getting more into the groove of okay, I'm making the video, I'm talking, I'm vibing it out, I'm gonna get it done, right? But yeah, if you're working on your projects and you still have a day job, and you're trying to I don't know, make content or learn how to do video games or code or whatever the fuck people has been sharing with me on the internet, you're gonna have to balance it out, all that hard work, by getting rid of something. That's something that's gonna hurt. You're gonna have to let go. But if this is really important, whatever the fuck you're trying to achieve, you're gonna have to get rid of some shit. I've made the example too many times in the past that I was studying to be a VFX artist. I was really into that. I spent all this time, and I had skills with After Effects and all that shit. But I finally started working with Paul. The editing became more important because I was like, oh, I finally have a job and making money with it and stuff like that. So I had to let go of something, and to become a better editor, with Premiere Pro, and to put the amount of time that that I do in Paul's videos, I had to get rid of this thing that I've been working on for the past I don't know how many years, which was my skills of VFX stuff. Now I don't use After Effects anymore because I just kind of lost interest in it, because that attention that I had with the VFX stuff, I had to take that time and that focus and put it over here so I can become a better editor, right? And the VFX side of me just dwindled away, Like I said, either I can get better at one thing, or I get better at this, right? Or if I put too much time equally on both, then I won't be as good as I am on one thing, It's the editing side, And as is, some of Paul's videos, say tech news, literally I'll start at 7 in the morning and I'll finish at 7 or 8. Those videos can take me all day. They do take me all day to finish, right? But the results from those videos are positive enough for me to know that I made the right choice, right? People like those videos, they enjoy the editing, they have fun with it, or whatever, right? So I can see the results from that hard work, so I'm happy to continuously work towards that, right? So anyways, I guess I'm trying to get at is I'm seeing the results of me doing these videos. Like I said, people are sharing their content with me, or their projects, or they're reaching out to me, sharing, whatever they're doing. And I'm like, all right, cool. I like seeing that. And because that's happening, that's a reminder that me continuously doing what I'm doing now with my content, making my videos, you know, because I'm continuously doing that. I'm seeing the results, which is people feel more comfort to share a bit more of themselves with me, right? You know, the projects and shit like that. So I was debating whether to make this video or not, but I mean, you know what? Consistency is important to me, and keeping up with my schedule is important to me, and getting this response from you guys is also important to me, so I want to continue doing this. Yeah, and just like that, I already made like a video. This is probably gonna be like a 6-minute video or so. Yeah, I'm gonna edit it, post it. You know, I said what I had to say. I kept up with my schedule, and I feel good about it. And then, you know, I can rest the rest of the day. Yeah, I guess something you have to learn to do. Even though you don't feel like doing something, but the result is right there. You know, the results from doing this. So it's like, get this done, get this result. I don't know. But yeah, don't overwork yourself. Don't burn yourself out, you know. If you burn yourself out, then yeah, you gotta cut something out. Yeah, that's your warning right there. But that's the sign. You burn out, you're fucking mentally drained and stressed out, you have to cut something out. It's unfortunate, but you're gonna have to cut something out. Whatever that thing is gonna be it's gonna depend on you. But anyways, I got nothing else to say. Thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.